Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. I got something to say, man, and I want y'all to tune in. For all those who have ordered honey, your honey is in the mail. I appreciate the support you guys brought me out. Nonetheless, tomorrow I will have another shipment in. Go follow me at KINGEARNER and the number 1. That's King Earner, live and direct. Now listen. Gotta have the honorable call for you when you're speaking. Honor. We go back some years ago, maybe 20, 30, maybe a lot longer than that. Go back to the late 80s, early 90s, John Gotti running around carrying it like he carried it. Honor intact. As we know, John Gotti broke 2 rules. He broke 2 rules in the mafia. Now, I'm not comparing this to the mafia. I'm comparing the fact that law enforcement gets involved. And when law enforcement gets involved, we have to have a direction. Also, when you claim anything that has to do with any type of strength, there has to be structure. And that structure can sometimes backfire on you, because your structure could be to hate the police. We know John Gotti hated the police. And although Darklo is an artist, a rap artist, he has a past. Nothing on his future that I could ever mention, or knowing that he was involved in crime. I've been around him a few times, forever damn near, for like a long time now. And when John Gotti broke his 2 rules, the examples I have to accept and place in order for you to get an understanding here, his 2 rules did not take his honor from him. That he broke, the 2 rules that he broke, never took his honor from him. You know why? The code wasn't broken. The first one was what? And I have to use this as an example, and it has nothing to do with OBH. It's an example of a rule being broken and someone being honored still. When the mafia claimed, when the feds allegedly claimed that he killed the person. He went to jail for that case. Do you understand and know that the Consigliere and Big Paul Castellano, they both agreed that because this member of, quote unquote, the Gambino family, the Gotti family, quote unquote, allegedly, was taking out a member, and in their laws and how they carried it, that can't happen. You have to get permission to whack out a made man. Now, he ended up going to jail for that. Done some time, I think if I'm not mistaken. And after doing the time, well, I know for a fact he done the time, he came back home. And when he came back home, he was put in a captain position, allegedly, of the allegations from the feds and rats like Sammy the rat. He was put back in them positions, and he was honored still, although he broke a rule. He broke a rule. The second rule that John Gotti done, that he broke, was talking too much anywhere, right? And this rule that he broke, some try to put it in a category of actually telling. But how can it be telling if I don't know what's going on around me? That's like saying, you know, you're going to know when you die. You don't have knowledge of these things. You don't know if your spot is bugged, even after you got it swept 1,000,001 times. Allegedly, they claimed that he spoke on events and things that happened. John Gotti walked around in that penitentiary. John Gotti didn't have no paperwork where he called the FBI or the FBI got him and he gave information. Same as Darklo. Darklo don't have a conversation with the feds of him speaking of locking up anybody at all. But y'all get in my comments, y'all say certain things. Y'all try to provoke issues as if I call my brother a rat. I'm too honorable, way too honorable to nickname anything on anybody. If Darklo was a rat, I would have said he was a rat. And anybody that know me knows that. But let's get something understood. Darklo, like me and others, he broke a rule. You know, I was arrested one time where I played and mangled, dangled with detectives so much that they were dizzy, that they were coming looking for me, trying to figure out who I actually was. Happened to get a little Ford Taurus just to throw it off after they had impounded my vehicle. And you know when they caught me, they took me in the police district. And as they were taking me in the police district, if you know anything about the 35th, the captain, the guy with freckles, he was pumping gas. And while he was pumping gas, there was another detective, Lieutenant Valentino. I'm saying names for you to get an understanding of truth and what you've been through and what you haven't. And them detectives will come forth and say, that man protected his friend with so many dizzy lies that it was sad. And they could not connect me to anything. But the fact of the matter that I just wanted to play with them. I just wanted to mess with them. I just wanted to say things. Back then, they didn't record that. You dig what I'm saying? They jot things down, and everything they jotted down was a lie. You see? You get an understanding of, damn, you know you could have went to jail and been implicated in them things, King Erna, had you said one thing wrong. And that one thing wrong could have been anything small, anything microscopic that they would have said. Just charge him with it. They came downstairs and they pulled the record out. Brap, it hit the ground. I stood on top of those nasty benches that's in the cells in 35th District. And I said, what's up? The first one come, they done the good guy, bad cop point. He said, we know who you are. Fingerprints don't lie. You're just as worse as the person you're protecting. Well, guess what? My boss, the lieutenant, he's charging you. I jumped on top of that bench. I said, you mutt you. I said, you charge me with whatever you want to charge me with. Bring it on. I said, because at the end of the day, I don't know nothing about anything. All I know is that that's not the guy. And I don't know who the guy is. Let's get an understanding here. Let's get an understanding here. We cannot, I repeat, continue to try to cause conflict in what happened. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people break rules. It's the fact that they don't break the code that should be honored. So far as I'm concerned, I'm happy that Lo is home. And let's get something understood because the rumors are in the air. Oh, how did Lo get home and blah, blah, blah. Well, let's go back some time here before he got arrested. Lo just had surgery for his kidneys. Lo was at ARF's trial with all of us to support him out of positivity when a lying rat has someone to do what? Make up lies. What are those lies? I don't know. But I know when an individual gets on a stand and that individual says that he done things that was so viciously and is able to get his testimony honored in front of the jury only because the lie that he's telling will convict these men? How can I believe that this guy and all these things that happened that he's claiming It's true. Low done nothing. And that's why he's home. The circumstances in the case, but Low was sick. He had surgery. He just had got a kidney. And guess what? Just like always, they harassed him and arrested him. They sent him to the can. And let's not nickname anything here. Let's not nickname anything here. You cannot keep a person in prison if you don't have the right facilities to help that individual health-wise. How can you? They done it anyway. I doubt it if Low ever go to jail and be sentenced to prison because the prison conditions isn't okay. And the pandemic, once he caught the COVID, that can weaken your immune system. So me knowing Low how he's carrying it right now, he's home with his family, with his feet up, offering his prayers and doing the right thing. But in order for y'all to be solid, won't y'all do the right thing and stop trying to implicate him in being a rat when it's not there? Sorry, but this is the reason why I say that once we get arrested, it's like boom, boom, because people like you guys are going to assume. Now, I used to be an assumer when I was young. And people that I don't have, no honor for, I assume. But I can't assume with my brother. But I got to tell the truth with the kids. I got to tell the youngins what a lawyer would tell them. And I'm sure Low would do the same thing with his children or with someone else's children. Listen, I played with them. I agitated them. Don't do that. Because a lawyer will tell you, a lawyer esquire of defense, attorney will say, hey, if they arrest you, don't say anything. Be quiet, because what they say can be used against you in the court of law. That's why I don't even sign memorandums. And it's not nothing wrong with signing a memorandum. It's just saying that they gave you your rights. I'm not signing that. Because ain't nobody give me anything. If I was given something, give me my acres of land and my mules. Come on, give me my 40 acres of land and my mules. Come on, give me that first. And then we can figure it out. And this time I think it would be cars, right? I want to the assumers, to the mutts that actually take time out and try to assume things. Can you stop? Can you stop? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is making yourself look like an airhead. You're making yourself look like an airhead to something that isn't there. Bottom line, and I was pissed about it because I don't want to see my brother be wrongfully accused. Yes, I was angry about that. Yes, I don't want to see Low go to jail for no goddamn shit he ain't got nothing to do with. He telling them people, listen, I don't even know how Abinum is in jail from the trial I sat in. I don't understand it. But I guess it's not for me to understand when the white man has a control. A control. And y'all let him come in the community. Why? Because y'all answer questions by giving up lives, names, and people. Dude, I know the government don't really think lying is okay. I know none of the judges think lying is okay. And most of those rats, matter of fact, all of them, they lie. They go in that cell, put their thinking cap on, and they begin to target individuals. And if Low was a rat, Low could have lied on any and everybody, and them people would have done the same thing and locked everybody the hell up on lies. He's not a rat. But some of y'all got rat in your heart. Some of y'all got it so much in your heart, y'all try to deteriorate good men honor. You can't do it. You can't do it. I stand on everything I say because I'm a man. But at the end of the day, my goal is what? To show the youngins, do not play with them. Ask your lawyer before you go to court. He'll tell you, or before you catch a case, your old lawyer that you may have had a case on, ask him, yo, if the cops grab me, man, what do I say, man? Nothing. Shut the hell up. What you talking about? What do you say? Hold on. The lawyer might be in the office meeting. Like, hold on for a second. I had to talk to someone and say, hey, listen, don't you fucking say anything, man. What do you mean? It's just I need from the phone. Is this you? Because I don't know you to understand. I know you to understand a lot. I told you that before. When you played games with them people and they impounded your car and all of that, I told you do not play with them. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I? Alrighty then. So you're playing too much now. Don't call me when I'm in conference calls, big things going on, and you're talking. Come on, I speak 3 homicides, man. You know how them lawyers talk. Get yourself together. The book, the rules and laws of honor is coming for y'all. But y'all got to stop taking things out of perspective. And I wanted to say this. Individuals that never been in the streets, please stop having your input in this. Only thing y'all can tell people to do is just go straight and be positive. Other than that, man, y'all, oh, this should have happened and that. Y'all don't know. Y'all never been in a cell. You never was in jail for a long time and your whole family dying off and you're missing things, and you're losing your women, and you never been through any of these things. So why are you commenting? But go ahead, leave y'all comments. Y'all gonna feel how y'all feel. I still have an understanding of a rule being broken and someone being honored still because they're not a rat. So many people worldwide have broken rules but didn't point the finger. I'm King Erna from the Honor Your Life campaign. Pointing the finger is what? Signing a vivid statement against others that have done things to you. And if you're a civilian, it doesn't matter what you do. I have no understanding. I don't care. It's just a name called a snitch that they give you. I don't give you anything because it's like so. But a rat is an individual who goes and points the finger and gets on the stand. Some of them don't make it to the stand, but they make a statement involving others in their BS. As far as I'm concerned, you can't confuse the people with nonsense. You can't do it. It ain't gonna work. Guys like me have too much intelligence. Make sure y'all tune all the way in. King Erna Live and John made me burp. Direct